the spring of 1957, when the first permanent board met, there was no campus, no curriculum, no student body, and no staff. Our only source of funding at that time could not be used for 6 months, so I made our first capital purchase, a telephone, from my own funds and installed it in my office in Sunnyvale. Over the next 26 weeks, we hired a college president and a dean of instruction. We purchased our first temporary campus in Mountain View, hired faculty, and drafted the curriculum. Then, in the fall of 1958, Foothill College opened its doors to our first class of 1,809 students. Being a lot younger and having never done this before, we didn't realize the enormity of the task ahead of us.
50 years later, the Foothill-De Anza Community College District serves 44,000 students a year and sets the standard for community colleges in California and across the nation. From the late 1950s through the new millennium, the district has been a leader in applying new methodologies and finding new techniques to reach an increasingly diverse community of students, providing educational opportunity for all. Founders of Foothill-De Anza Community College District set out to create what would become a model institution for community colleges. This half-century of excellence has not occurred by chance. It has been the result of dynamic leadership, beginning with the first board members and founding chairman, Robert Smithwick. The first elected Board of Trustees convened July 1st, 1957, and included Robert Smithwick, A.P. Christensen, Dr. Howard G. Diesner, Robert F. Peckham, and Mary Levine. It was very rare to find women in positions of leadership at that time, an early indication of the district's continuing commitment to diversity. Dr. Smithwick, a dentist by profession, had barely 2 years of experience with public education administration when he was elected the first board chairman. The lack of experience and the lack of resources with which to build the district were used to advantage. The first board, not knowing much about community or junior colleges, set out to create a college that, in the words of Foothill's first president, would be junior to none. That first president's name was Calvin C. Flint. An aggressive, dynamic personality, Flint is said to have conditioned his job acceptance on having a budget to recruit the best faculty in the nation for Foothill College. Crisscrossing the country, he and Dean of Instruction Hubert Siemens and Dean of Students A. Robert D. Hart searched out the best candidates, looking for creative, independent thinkers who knew their disciplines and had a passion for teaching. In 1958, members of the Foothill family opened the college's doors in the simple facilities of the former Highway Grammar School on El Camino Real in Mountain View. As they scrambled to launch the startup, each faculty member also was given a set of blueprints and invited to contribute thoughts about the permanent campus. That same year, voters approved a $10.4 million bond to build a campus in Los Altos Hills on 122 acres surrounded by apricot orchards, oak, and eucalyptus trees. In keeping with Cal Flint's commitment to excellence, nearly 1/4 of the faculty held doctorate degrees, an unusually high number for a community college. In the fall of 1961, Foothill's Redwood and Brick campus welcomed students and faculty for the first time. Remarkably, Foothill won accreditation within a year, to lavish praise from the accreditation team. Time and other magazines praised Foothill's academic performance as well as its visual beauty, referring to Foothill as the most beautiful community college in the nation. The design of Foothill campus won the coveted American Institute of Architects' first honor award for 1962.
the highest professional recognition for architectural merit.
Quickly, Foothill College fulfilled the promise of its creation. Enrollment at the new Los Altos Hills campus increased so rapidly that officials expected it to reach capacity by 1966. In 1962, only a year after opening of the permanent Foothill campus, trustees wisely purchased land for a second campus in Cupertino.
With the planned opening of the second campus only 5 short years away, design and construction began at a furious pace.
De Anza College opened in the fall of 1967 in a cloud of construction dust on 118 acres has been home to the Beaulieu Winery in Cupertino. Led by President Bob DeHart, a Flint protege, and staff with dozens of pioneering faculty who came down the hill from Foothill, the same culture of excellence took root and thrived.
Over the next 2 decades, both campuses flourished. Enrollment exceeded all reasonable expectations, and both colleges continued to gain national recognition. By the 1980s, the look of the student body had changed almost as much as the look of the campuses. Students entering Foothill or De Anza came from many backgrounds and cultures, sometimes the first in their families to attend college. The district was created to meet the ever-changing needs of its students, and each passing year reflects that constant challenge and each college's ability to meet that challenge. Today, Foothill and De Anza continue to advance the legacy created by Cal Flint and the founding Board of Trustees by offering students the finest faculty and curriculum, by creating high-demand transfer and career programs, and by expanding support services and state-of-the-art teaching and learning facilities.
Over the past 50 years, buildings have been added, programs have changed. The faces of the students have little in common with those of the 1950s and 60s, but some things have not changed. Support from the local community was strong in the early days and has grown even stronger over the years. And the faculty and staff who helped create our tradition of excellence have also created a legacy of their own. More than 1 million students have come to our colleges seeking to advance their education. Their dedication and hard work explain why the district ranks among the top tier in California for transferring students to 4-year universities. Today, Foothill-De Anza alumni are visible everywhere, contributing to Silicon Valley's success. From the academic standards demanded and designed by the founders, to the carefully chosen founding faculty and later, the pioneers who left Foothill to form a new college at De Anza, the legacy of excellence continues to grow alongside the diversity that will shape California's future.